What's going down, everyone? And if you're here, you're for the new Control update, and we're gonna dive directly into what the community blogs are for what's next, and the physical patch that's nowhere to be found right now online that they conveniently had on the page last time that I showcased. But let me go ahead and show you where you can download this really cool thing and what we have directly for the PlayStation real fast. You can see I already have conveniently highlighted the check for update. You can go ahead and do that directly, and then go ahead and check for history, and it'll tell you what's generally been there. Now there are stuff that's past the physical just photo mode that is amazing that they have, and they have a really cool contest right now that's being hosted from the 17th that starts tomorrow going to the 8th. Well, every participant, one candidate, gets a portrait, landscape, and combat, 3 categories, and you hit hashtag control photo comp. And that's what you're going to basically get for as far as what you're going to be sending directly over for the photo mode for a challenge from the physical people. See if you can actually win. Now, one thing that the Control team interludes to, that's right above me, that gives this game an extraordinarily good amount of playability that's coming up, is that they're going to basically guarantee content coming up all the way up through 2020, and they have a small team that's already working on the post content. But first, let's go ahead and get directly to the photo mode. I know the contest hasn't really even started, but there's already been a flood of really cool pictures, and I thought I'd highlight this one. This one was pretty cool from the Control site, giving us a little bit of ambition to kind of see if we can step up our game with an arsenal of great pictures coming up throughout this fun event. Now above me is what we have in the community portion of what is in the photo mode that has dropped within the 1.04 of Control. Gives us an array of all the outputs and down to the portion of what we all wanted down to, because quite frankly it's a beautiful game and it would be really nice to capture some amazing shots with this game. So in December, in the next rollout of what they're going to be coming into, a little hint for what is next, is a new game mode where you can roll into it, where the release comes into it. But we'll get into that in the next patch. If you subscribe today, I'll go ahead and drop it. I know I was a little bit late on the gun in the evening today. Wanted to get it a little bit earlier, but I did do a Liquid Metal Pro project with my PlayStation 4 Pro, which I'll put a link in the very end of the video if you're ever interested in that. You can see the differences in the way it actually makes this game perform a lot better versus other PlayStation exclusives. But getting back to the news, where we're sniffing out the best information, you can see that I brought up the Reddit post, information that's going to be very informationally awesome for everyone to find. Really great links of what they want, and just down to the portion of what they've actually changed besides the photo mode, because they did drop a pretty decent mode, and I know it wasn't just all photo mode. But let's go ahead and take a look. I'm gonna go ahead and take my overlay over, and we'll go into the news. As you can see right here, where it goes into the besides the photo mode, this update has a few fixes as well. The general mode adds a accessibility via pause menu, so you can get that. The bug fixes in the combat and overall gameplay improve. Performance in the improved title and stability on performance, as well as the UI fixed various issues in the text appearances as well as on the screen, and fixed multiple issues in the incorrect or out of sync subtitles are showed for the multiple languages. Now I'm glad I read that, because one of the things that I was doing when I was doing my Liquid Metal Pro test, and I'm calling it a Liquid Metal Pro test because I'm obviously doing the PlayStation 4 Pro with Liquid Metal, and those combinations worked out really well for me in that situation, but it updated in between me doing the test, so I was left in the situation to wonder if like some of the frame rate situations that happened between 1.03 to 1.04 were actually fixed. But I do think it's more than likely the Liquid Metal Pro had dropped it by a substantial amount of degrees, so it's like running like, I think it's 12 degrees cooler now, and it has like a very lower like ambient portion of like decibels, which it comes down to it, but ramps up when it needs to. But it works really well. Let's get back to the news. One of the things that they fixed directly for the fixed various issues with the text and the appearance of the multi UI languages that go directly into that is the progression fixed an issue in the side mission 5 when Rumus did not spawn in the NCS or NSC energy converter. We found him. Fixed an issue on the board countermeasures, killed an enemy's tracked kills incorrectly. Fixed a multiplayer issue when Jesse could not get stuck in the Geometry? Wow. Huh. Okay, I guess that's what they call it. But fixed the game will no longer crash during the combat sequence in the prime candidate area program. That's really great because there was a lot of instability things, and you know, to keep it mathematical, I just thought it was pretty funny that it seems like they have a really great sense of humor with the way that they write their style of like patches via the Reddit posts. As you can see, we are still working on getting rid of some of the harsh skittish bugs, and their reports will fix you rollout up to the next update. So they're going to be doing probably more of a bigger fatty patch. That they just wanted to get us out some really cool picture modes that we can kind of see directly inside of there. But with that, go ahead, and if you are new to the network, you can hit a subscription bell. It's absolutely free, helps me as a creator. And if you do, who knows, maybe Jesse Faden will actually fade into my universe and subscribe, and we'll find out for that one. But all subscription humor aside, thank you so much for staying tuned to the Control news, and I will be there to hit the next Control news a little bit faster within the prevalent point when it actually drops, or within the next 24 hours of it directly dropping. As you can see, I'm only about 16 hours, give or take, directly behind where it was supposed to be. But everyone, thank you so much for staying tuned. And it's your boy Max saying, have a nice day. And leave a comment down below if you are having any more bugs that you're experiencing. I would like to know what you, the community, are, because us as gamers are the biggest form of information that can be passed around, because we're playing it, we experience stuff. Just like I figured out a lot of my issues and a lot of performance issues came from thermal paste and the direct issues of what's going to be popping into gameplay right about onto the screen that you can click right now. So I'll go ahead and say have a very nice day, everyone. Cheers. Stay classy.